Hello, everybody. Good evening. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I am super excited to introduce our guest speaker tonight. We have Jacque Birchman, and she is actually a certified trainer and field product specialist. She's also a nutrimetrics consultant, and her husband, Jeff, were actually introduced to our company back in 1998 because of health challenges, and I'm sure she'll share some of that today, and started to develop a business out of the desire to really help more people while securing her and her husband of 45 years financial independence. So Jacque is a huge wealth of knowledge and has been recognized across the US. Her and Jeff are multiple President Challenge winners, as well as reaching local challenges. I mean, you can see it right on the screen. They're $1 Million Club members, directors with Market America. They were the fastest growing distributors in 2002. I mean, she's just a wealth of knowledge, and I'm super excited that she agreed to be here tonight. So thank you so much, Jacque. And I did want to let everybody know that, oh, someone said they can't hear. Can everyone hear us? I just want to make sure before we continue on, but it should be working.
I can hear you, Lee.
Okay, that's good. But I did want to let everybody know that Jackie's willing to stay after to answer any questions that you have throughout the presentation. So if you want to go ahead while she's going through everything and just write that in the question box, and then we will take the time at the end to make sure that they're all answered at that point. But yeah, so thank you so much for being here, Jacque. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, you're totally welcome. Like I told you before, this is one of my favorite presentations. I've always had a love for kids, and as you can see, I was a special ed teacher. So when the company released this program, it originally was called Spectrum. I was like, oh my gosh, the amount of kids that we can help is incredible. And of course, we now have gone on and helped a lot of kids. So I just encourage any of you that are listening, as you listen to parents, or maybe as you know of little children that have what we call neurological disorders, meaning, all the way from attention deficit to autism. There's so much that we can help just by changing their diet and getting the right nutrition in their bodies. So super excited tonight to get to share that information, Lee.
All right, thank you so much. So I'll just let you take it from here. And like I said, if you guys have questions, just put them in the question or chat and we'll get to them at the end.
All right. Well, thank you, everyone, for taking time out of your evening to listen, to learn, and to see, the amount of kids that we can change their life. This is very near and dear to me, as I was a special ed teacher. But more importantly, is Jeff and I are also a parent and a grandparent of kids on the spectrum. And so that is very near and dear to me. When our son was younger, I didn't have the knowledge that I have today, and couldn't help him like I could have if I had known more at that time. So just again, feel free to ask me any questions, because this is really about saving children, about making them feel good and healthy, and all of those things that when you're on the spectrum, confusion really sets in. So a little bit about myself is I actually was very sick when I was introduced to the company. I had depression. And it's really crazy because depression really relates back to a toxic liver. And my liver really got toxic from two things. Number one, I drank spring water that was full of chemicals and pesticides. And number two, I was in Milwaukee when cryptosporidium was found in the water, and I drank that water there the entire day. I was at a teacher's meeting. And so it's amazing how we do things so innocently. And if we really don't keep on top of stuff, bad stuff can begin to grow. And that's the same with these kids that have any neurological disorders, if we get on top of it, we can totally change their life. And that's really what my goal is tonight, is to be able to help parents or grandparents, and ultimately to be able to help that child live a healthy life, a normal life, so to say, what we say normal, and just keep passing that on, paying it forward, as they say. So we'll get started here. I love this slide. It's actually a download in your back office if you are a business owner. And again, if you're a guest on the line, a huge congratulations. This presentation tonight can change your world. And I don't say that lightly. If you have a child that is on the spectrum, and that means all the way from attention deficit to autism, this presentation can change your world. So feel free to take notes, ask questions when we're done. But this download here actually says so much. And what I really love is in the middle, you don't see that child with technology. That child is outside exercising, exercising their muscles, using their energy, all of that, at least 60 minutes a day. And so, is your child outside exercising, or is he sitting on the couch with technology? Because I know how children are in today's world. The other things, when you look at it, omega-3s are huge, huge, huge for the brain. So we'll talk about those later tonight. We're going to talk about the importance of getting a multivitamin in, which again, we take a multivitamin so that the body has all the nutrients that it needs. One of the biggest things here, guys, is on the right. Are they drinking plenty of water? Not juice, not soda, but water. Water is the cornerstone for all body functions. And so, once you sort of get in the habit of drinking water, popping, fruit juice, all of that doesn't even really taste good. Children under 12 years old need at least 10 hours of sleep every day. So again, are you getting your kids to bed on time so that they get that good night's sleep? Bottom, wow. Is this what your child is eating? Encourage a diet rich in colorful fruits and veggies, not processed foods, which are high in sugar and artificial additives. I have to tell you, I get gas a lot at Quick Trip. And in Wisconsin, there's a Quick Trip like I think every 5 miles. Anyhow, I went in to use the restroom, and I love looking at labels. I came back out, and they had a whole display of muffins. One muffin had 80 net carbs. Let me repeat that. One muffin had 80 net carbs. And so, for those of you that may not understand what I'm saying, your net carbs should be 10 or under. So I want you to begin, as we go through this tonight, think, am I feeding my children what really was put here on earth to eat? Or am I feeding my children just ugly carbs, and I'm going to end up with a diabetic? And so while you see a lot of fruit here, I want you not to forget all the veggies, all the asparagus, the broccoli, the cauliflower, the Brussels sprouts. Yes, and I know some of you are going, ew, but here's how you can sort of maybe put that in perspective is, wouldn't it be easier to eat some of those vegetables than to end up with some of the really bad diseases? And so it's about putting stuff in perspective as to what does that body really need to operate at a 100%. And of course, the last thing here is 70% of the immune system is located in the digestive tract. And our immune system is the difference between us getting cancer and not, guys. It's the difference between everything. And so taking the best care of digestion is one of the things you'll really hear me talk a lot about tonight. Probiotics will help keep the guts healthy and maintain a strong immune system. So this slide here, guys, really wraps up what we're going to talk about tonight. So we're going to go into the beginning of this, which will be about children that are on the spectrum. Then we're going to end up with some products that are for for kids without any neurological conditions, the children that we just want, that are, so to say, healthy, and we want to maintain that wellness. But in the beginning here, we are going to talk about a disorder that is growing and growing and growing. Now, as we think of it, I want you to think, if you're an adult, think of how many kids in your classroom were on the spectrum or had ADD or ADHD or all the others. And then I want you to think about, in today's world, how different that is. And so what is changing that? Well, there's lots of variables, but I want you to think of Quick Trip. So they go in, they get all this fast food, all the sugar, they get a drink that is loaded with sugar, and we expect them to be healthy. So the food that we eat compared to what we used to eat is totally different. What we drink today compared to what we used to drink, which was water, is totally different. So these young people have neurological conditions, emotional and behavior problems that are real, that are painful, and that are costly. So you're going to hear me sometimes share a little bit of my emotion. And right here is one of my emotions, is because many times I hear parents say, oh, the teacher says my child may be on the spectrum, when I know that that child just has a lot of energy. So what I want to really clarify here now is children on the spectrum have a total different energy than a child that is not. Totally different. These problems are often called disorders. They're sources of stress for the children, for their families, for schools and communities. So I want you just to think, this is a neurological condition, and it's real. It's totally real. No different than if you had a heart issue, no different than if you were diagnosed with diabetes. This is a health issue. The number of young people in their families who are affected by neurological conditions is significant, and it is rising all the time. It is estimated that as many as 1 in 5 children now and adolescents may have neurological disorders. And while we're talking about children, guys, you grow up with that same condition. So some people learn how to deal with it. Some people never learn how to deal with it. And so here's where, when you hear me talk about it being a child's condition, no, you may be a person sitting on the line thinking, that's me. And I have to tell you that kids that are on the spectrum are typically very, very intelligent. So don't take this as, ooh, my child is not as good. No, this condition, like Einstein, was on the spectrum. So it's a good thing when we can get things working in order, because these kids are really, really intelligent. The spectrum disorder is a group of disorders with similar features. It is called a spectrum because of the myriad of possible symptoms found in individuals and the range in how extensively these symptoms may be expressed. And I'll share these symptoms later, but know that they vary in each child. The spectrum conditions are like a catch-all for many people who do not fit neatly into some other. Neurological diagnoses are often overlapping, complex, vague, and subject to the personal background of the person doing the evaluation. And typically, that all starts with the teacher. And so I want you to think of, like, you don't feel good, but you have days that you feel better, days that you don't feel as good, days that, you're sort of in between. And so as a teacher does this subjective test on your child, each teacher can come up with something different. And that's why these diagnoses are very complex. And again, you're going to get varying backgrounds. My goal is to not have any of these symptoms. So this is the major characteristics that that any of us on the spectrum may be dealing with. So eating, digestion, and bowel difficulties. That one, guy, is like 99.9% of anyone that is on the spectrum. Again, they may be very picky eaters, very, very picky eaters. They cannot digest. And I will tell you, as a teacher, you don't let them go to the bathroom because having a bowel movement is very difficult. They may be in there for half an hour. If this is your child, but really, really pay attention to this. This is the beginning of huge health issues. If your child cannot get rid of what the body didn't need out of the food they ate, that body's becoming very, very toxic. So you're going to hear me talk a lot about eating, digestion, and bowel difficulties. Like I said, that's 99% of anybody that is on the spectrum. Sometimes they fixate on certain rituals or objects or a repetitive behavior. Sometimes they may rock, sometimes they may tap a pencil, all of those things their brain just really, really fixates on. They have general learning disabilities, inattention, distractibility. And I always say these kids that could hear a pin drop way down the hallway, but they can't hear the teacher talking in front of the class. It's just how their brain works. They have lack of affection. They do not like to be hugged. They typically lotions and potions put on them. They are very, 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 very tactile sensitive. They don't like certain seams. They don't like sleeves, all of those things. Now, you may be saying, well, my child has digestive issues, but he doesn't have any of the rest. Right. Remember, these all vary from child to child. Lack of appropriate verbal communication may not even look you in the eye, but it may be very difficult for them to communicate. And with that, of course, lack of social skills or interest in your surroundings, sensory integration issues. They may be very sensitive to light, to sound, to taste, to touch. Like I said, textures. All of those are heightened sensitivity. Like a bright light can send them into a migraine. Again, they don't like certain textures. They don't like textures in the mouth for food. All of those things. Visual disturbances, avoiding eye contact again. They're very withdrawn. They may be anxious, afraid, or hyperactive for no apparent reasons. Now, these again are some of the conditions that someone with neurological conditions have. And I don't want you to think that that it needs to be 100% of all these. No, you're going to have some that, yep, that's them. Nope, this one isn't. So this is just a way of kind of going, yeah, we got some of that going on. This is so important for everyone to understand. And The Second Brain, it's a book by Dr. Michael Gerson, outlines how the majority of our serotonin neurotransmitters were found to be located in the gut, as opposed to only being located in the brain. Serotonin is our mood stabilizer hormone, our feel-good hormone. So I want you to begin to think, ooh, our second brain is our gut. In fact, I'm not sure that the gut isn't the first brain. And so that's how important digestion and elimination is. Other neurotransmitters in the gut as well. And every known neurotransmitter present in the brain is also present in the gut. So beginning to understand that, you know what, all of our neurological issues, in fact, whether you're talking Alzheimer's, dementia, all of that starts in the gut. We have what's called the vagus nerve, and the vagus nerve goes from the gut to the brain. And so there's a direct connection there. Much research is pointing to many people with neurologically related conditions may have a multitude of gastrointestinal problems. Digestive enzymes are key players in the gastrointestinal tract, and we're going to talk more about our digestive enzymes. Digestive enzymes are notoriously effective in facilitating and supporting intestinal function, our immune system health, detoxification, and many other things. Enzymes improve the digestion, the absorption, and the utilization of whatever food you eat or supplements or medicines you take. That last sentence there, that last bullet point, is so critical because we eat food to get the nutrients out of it, and then we want to get rid of the rest. Enzymes improve that digestion, and then we can get the nutrients out of the food that we needed, and then we've got to make sure that that colon is working optimally. So childhood obesity, wow, guys, along with neurological conditions are on the rise. And this graph is only through 2008. So I want you to think, we could not find an updated one, but look at what has happened to children, to all the way from 6 to 11 to 12 to 19. So the one thing you can see is all of these are going up, and not at a slight angle, but at a very high rate. So obesity, guys, and what we're feeding our children is so very critical. Remember, you're setting the pace for the rest of their lives. And so this graph to me is so, like, just so sad that we have kids and we have so many children that are now considered obese. Like almost 20% of our children are considered obese. And so we're on the path to make that change happen. So the DNA Miracles products, they provide nutritional support for our children, especially those in need of digestive, neurological, or metabolic support. DNA Miracles provides children with a strong micronutrient foundation, which now supports that digestion, the brain, our sensory development, our skeletal growth, and detoxification. And so beginning to think, wow, if I do the very best I can for this child, now I know that I've set this child up for a healthy rest of their life, basically. And so sometimes we're like, oh my gosh, where do I start? And really, getting healthy is really as easy as this wellness house. So it's much like building a house. You first of all build the basement. And in the wellness, we've got to get the digestive system and elimination working through Aloe, through our DNA Miracles digestive enzymes, and through probiotics. Those are like a cord of three. They all work together. And you know what? Your route to wellness is in your colon. So I don't care how long it takes to really get that child eliminating great, man, that's going to pay off big time. Once you see that your child or yourself or whoever it is eliminating better, is not bloating when they eat, doesn't have acid reflux, all of that, now you can go on to the house. And the house is the DNA Miracles OPC3 and the DNA Miracles multivitamin, and also the DNA Miracles multivitamin plus. So we'll explain the difference in those two. And then in the roof, really for these kids, it's the omega-3. That's really the product that is left. However, I want you to know you could put that omega-3 in even at the basement, because omegas, you're going to learn, are critical. So if you can take a picture or whatever of this house here, that's really as easy as it is to getting your child healthy again. And of course, I don't ever want to leave out learning what low glycemic index foods are is critical. Learning to eat live food. To think, if we want to be alive, we better eat food that's live, not food out of a box or not food out of a window. That is just sort of a filler that is going to really create lots of issues on down the road. So the first product that we typically start with is our Ultimate Aloe. I totally love our Ultimate Aloe. We say aloe is like a pharmacy in a bottle, and that's because it has over 200 nutrients in our aloe. Aloe really dates back to prehistoric times. Then it was used and is today used externally for healing the skin and internally for irritated digestive system. But it's an immune builder. I want you to think the root to wellness is how strong is my immune system? And so this aloe comes in many different flavors, and we'll talk about those in a minute. But the history of aloe vera is as old as the pyramids. It was found referenced in ancient hieroglyphics, which indicate it was a product that was traded between the Egyptians and the Sumerians as many as 6,000 years ago. The ground whole leaf of the plant has been used as a health agent or a cosmetic ingredient for thousands of years in promoting normal wound healing, healthy digestion, and healthy skin. So you can see that the aloe is nothing new. It's a plant that's been used for many, many years. The typical diet consists of many foods that are unintended for digestion. Maintaining that healthy digestive tract is important to the overall health of the body. Our ultimate aloe, like I said, contains over 200 nutrients, including enzymes, vitamins, and essential minerals that are needed for good nutrition. You know, many times I'm like, I have never seen a multivitamin that has over 200 nutrients in it, and it's live. That's why I love our aloe. Studies have also shown that consuming orally promotes normal digestion and supports a healthy immune system. And so, again, that's really where your route to wellness starts. It contains 20 of the 22 amino acids that are needed for good nutrition. 9 of these are essential and must be supplied from an outside source because the body cannot manufacture its own. So if you don't make it, you got to take it. And so our aloe is an amazing way to get those amino acids. Aloe has also been shown to contain all of the essential 9 amino acids. Wow. Amino acids are your building blocks to cells. That's how awesome this aloe is. Chemical analysis shows that aloe vera contains vitamins, minerals, triglycerides, carbohydrates, amino acids, enzymes, and water. The vitamins found in the aloe include our B vitamins, choline, folic acid, which is a B vitamin, vitamin C, beta carotene, which is a precursor to vitamin A, which are all vital to optimal health and the formation of certain key enzymes. So now you begin to see, wow, one product has so much in it. So this I love. This is a great comparison of other aloes that are out there. So one of the things that I really like to focus on is that our aloe adheres to the International Aloe Science Council. And so they have certain regulations in order to get that logo. And as you can see, our ultimate aloe is over on the right. And yes, ours adheres to that. But what is more important is we have 150% aloe concentrate, which means this aloe industry, the Aloe Council has to have a certain amount of aloe, of the active ingredient in it, for it to even adhere to that logo. We put 50% more of the active ingredient in it than the IASC says needs to be in there. 50%. So I want you to think, if you read a label and it said 90% active ingredients, that'd be pretty good. But ours is 150. What's that really mean? It really means we have 50% more active ingredients in it than the International Aloe Council says needs to be in there. And when we're dealing with a real health challenge, that's a real important thing to understand what sets our aloe apart. We also use the active aloe, which means it's active. It's made with the whole leaf aloe vera. It utilizes total aloe extraction processes. And of course, we have it in You can get it in travel packs, and we have it in 4 different flavors. We have pomegranate, we have regular, we have strawberry kiwi, and we have cran apple. And we all love the aloe. And you can begin to see the difference. We are the only aloe that has all of them checked off. That's a huge difference. And like I stress again, many times when people are taking aloe, they may have some real health challenges, and they don't need an aloe that doesn't have as many active ingredients in it. That's the difference in that immune system, whether the immune system wins or the health challenge wins. So our aloe vera juice has been shown to contain many beneficial minerals needed for good nutrition. And the minerals that are found in aloe include, of course, calcium, magnesium, potassium, chloride, iron, zinc, manganese, copper, chromium, sulfur, boron, silicon, phosphorus, and sodium. And these minerals are all vital in the growth process and essential for the function of all body systems. I want you to think minerals run our electrical current. These minerals are vital in while the child is growing, as well as when we are an adult. That electrical current is vital to be fed by minerals. So our ultimate aloe, again, these are all the benefits that we've talked about, but supports a healthy digestive tract, normal healing, again, strong immune system, digestive comfort, 200 nutrients, our 20 amino acids, 14 minerals, contains B vitamins, vitamin C, enzymes, glycoproteins, the polysaccharides that we talked about, and we only use certified whole leaf aloe. So now we're going to move on to the next product that is another favorite of mine. I love, love, love the DNA Miracles digestive enzymes. So I want you to think enzymes are like that old game of Pac-Man. Break down the food that you eat so the body can extract the nutrients that was in that food that the body needs. So it promotes stomach comfort and bowel regularity by promoting the enzymatic breakdown of food. So understanding digestion, which guys, once you understand digestion and you get that going, man, the rest of the house builds really fast. So proper digestion is essential for the body to be able to utilize the food for use by cells and tissues. If you're not digesting, guys, the reason we eat food is to extract the nutrients out of it. So the first thing you have to understand is you have to be eating live food. That means fruits and veggies. That means fruits and veggies, guys, because that's where our nutrients are. Enzymes are responsible for that breakdown of the food into the substances that can be used to provide energy to the body. In addition to the physical discomfort caused by poor digestion, undigested food in the gastrointestinal tract serves as fuel to intestinal microbes, causing them to overpopulate and ferment. Not what you want. Supplementation with digestive enzymes provides the body with the additional support it needs for proper digestion. So poor digestion goes beyond the abdominal discomfort. There is a proposed connection again between the function of the digestive system and the brain. Children in need of neurological, digestive, or metabolic support often need extra digestive support. And in our world, this is not just children. This is all of us. Because when you look, how many people do you know that may have dementia, Alzheimer's? How many people do you know that have acid reflux, that have Crohn's, irritable bowel, diverticulitis? All of that, they need extra digestive support. The enzymes in the product work to cleave the proteins during digestion, making them smaller and easier to digest. So the ingredients in our DNA enzymes are Digesime. That supplements the gastrointestinal tract with enzymes to adequately support the body's ability to digest the food. It has sucrase, which supports the hydrolysis of sucrose, also known as table sugar, into glucose and fructose so it can enter the bloodstream and be used for energy. It has maltase, which promotes the disaccharide maltose into 2 glucose molecules. Again, what is all of this? It's breaking down what we're eating. Papain, many of you know, that is used to support digestion of tough animal meat fibers. It has bromelain, which is one of my love enzymes. Bromelain supports the normal digestion of grains and dairy. And bromelain does a whole lot more than that. But in here, it's again another enzyme that's going to break down any of the grains or any dairy. Has caseoglute, which supports the normal breakdown of proline containing proteins, such as, again, casein and gluten. They kind of work together, those two enzymes. Kiwi proteases supports the body's normal ability to degrade the cysteine residues in proteins. And that homocysteine can actually cause heart issues, guys. Glutamine, which is another why I love this product. Glutamine is a precursor to L-glutathione, which is the body's strongest antioxidant. So glutamine is a huge ingredient in here. It is an essential amino acid. It supports the health of the gastrointestinal lining. And so those enzymes are the ones that we use at our house, and those are the enzymes that my customers use. So what are the benefits? Well, it supports the absorption and utilization of the important nutrients, supports normal digestion, again, supports the normal digestion of grains and dairy. However, remember, you want to really begin to learn that those are not healthy for us. Supports the healthy digestive tract, normal growth of intestinal cells, stomach comfort, and bowel regularity. That's all what our DNA enzymes do. And so that's what the bottle looks like. And we love them. I don't miss a day that I'm not taking my enzymes. And if you just remember this, you don't want dead food sitting in your gut fermenting, causing inflammation that can be at the beginning of big health issues. So we also now are going into probiotics. This is the DNA Miracles Chewable probiotic. It provides the bacteria to promote healthy digestion, bowel regularity, and normal immune response. And so understanding probiotics. Probiotics are live microbial organisms that are naturally present in the digestive tract. They help maintain the health and balance of the intestinal tract. And probiotics are considered beneficial and are sometimes referred to as our friendly bacteria, which help to maintain a healthy intestinal tract. Many children today need added support in balancing the microbes and bacteria in their gastrointestinal tracts in order to promote a healthy gastrointestinal tract and immune response. And in today's world, probiotics are becoming one of the #1 supplements that everybody takes. So again, this is chewable for little kids, for any of the children that have their teeth and can chew. So the DNA Miracles Chewable Probiotics contains 5 billion colony-forming units from 5 carefully selected bacterial strains, and it is formulated to help ensure your child receives the full benefit of the selected probiotics. Each probiotic strain used in the DNA Miracles Chewable has a unique, proven role to help support the children's digestive health. DNA Miracles Chewable Probiotics supports a healthy gastrointestinal tract by providing beneficial bacteria to promote healthy digestion and support our normal immune response. DNA Miracles Chewable Probiotics is delivered as a chewable tablet. Now, and I think later on I have it somewhere, but I just want everyone to know that children that are born C-section they are sterile. they have no healthy flora. Those kids, it is critical that you get a probiotic and a prebiotic in them, because that's the healthy flora for your body. If you don't have that healthy flora, you're going to have unhealthy flora, which can cause major health issues on down the road. So we use live back in our probiotics. And so probiotics are live microorganisms and must remain live while bottled and when ingested in order to be effective in the digestive tract. However, as sensitive organisms, the probiotics in many products die off quickly when bottled. Furthermore, many probiotics die during the digestive process before ever reaching the large intestine because of the harshly acidic environment in our stomach. We use live back. It is a patented technology which protects the bacteria to help ensure that they stay alive and protected so they are optimally functional in the digestive tract. That is a critical part of our probiotics, that we use live back. And what does that mean? It means it's live, and because of the way it is formulated, it is live all the way to the large intestine where it needs to implant. So a huge, huge benefit of why we use that. Our DNA Miracles chewable probiotics and the DNA Miracles isotonic digestive enzymes would complement each other when taken together as part of your daily nutritional supplement regimen. However, these products should not be taken concurrently. Digestive enzymes should be taken with a meal. Probiotics should be taken on an empty stomach at least 2 hours after a meal, or like before bedtime on an empty stomach. To prolong the viability of bacteria, store the opened and unopened bottles of DNA Miracles in your refrigerator. Do not freeze them, though. And so sometimes we say, well, you don't have to put them in the refrigerator. It's sort of just like an insurance policy. So this is a great comparison again, the chewable probiotic comparison of other products. And so you can see our DNA is the first one. It has all the green checks. And so this is what I always love, is comparing our products to other products that are out there. There's only one other product that even has one green check, and that's just that it's chewable. And so when we look at it, ours supports a healthy GI tract, which is the whole purpose. The bacteria is protected for viability, which again, if it's not alive, it's not going to do any good. It's chewable for children, promotes stomach comfort, and it supports our oral health as well. That good bacteria in the mouth actually supports and gets rid of the acid that eats away the enamel on the teeth. So this is a picture of it again, and it's just sort of summarizing everything that we already talked about. Has the 5 different kinds of strains that we use, and it's a download also that really summarizes how important it is for all of us to take probiotics. This just happens to be one that's chewable for children. Now, we have the babies that can't chew. And so this is the DNA Miracles Probiotic Extra. And this one is great because it has prebiotics and probiotics in there. So what is the difference? So I want you to think that your probiotic is like planting a tree. But if you don't water that tree's not going to grow. Well, in us, the probiotics is our healthy flora, but the prebiotics is what feeds it so that we can maintain healthy flora and it continues to sustain in our environment. So the DNA Miracles probiotics contain pro and prebiotics that are necessary for a child's proper and healthy development. Helpful bacteria and prebiotics are passed from mother to the child through breast milk. In some instances, for example, if an infant is formula fed or born through cesarean section, it may be very beneficial to supplement an infant with healthful proper amounts of these beneficial components of our breast milk. Research has shown that consuming prebiotics and probiotics, whether through food or supplements, can promote the infant's balance of bacteria and consequently their health. I can't stress how important pre and probiotics are for all of us in today's world, and especially our babies. So the DNA Miracles Probiotic Extra provides your infant with a scientifically formulated pre and probiotic combination, as well as the healthy, safe serving of vitamin D. Vitamin D is our sunshine vitamin, and it is super critical for all of us. Each serving of the DNA Miracles Probiotic Extra contains 200 million colony-forming units of probiotics, which demonstrated beneficial effects for our infants and newborns. The DNA Miracles Probiotic Extra also provides 900 milligrams of prebiotics to support the normal growth and activity, again, of our healthy bacteria in the gut. Along with vitamin D, these three ingredients have a synergistic effect and reinforce some of the beneficial effects of breast milk. So this is really going over the ingredients that are in there. Like we talked about, the probiotics are in there. Those are strains that are naturally found in breast milk, and really the baby's first defense to upping their immune system. The prebiotics, of course, is what is going to feed our probiotics. The prebiotic mixture is 90% short-chained GOSs and 10% FOSs, which is similar to the prebiotic found in human breast milk and supports the balance of that intestinal flora. The ratio of 90 to 10 mimics the human breast milk. So don't let all those big words get in your way. What I want you to know is this is providing that baby their healthy flora that they must have in order to have a healthy immune system. Vitamin D, guys, is so critical. Vitamin D promotes the absorption of calcium and phosphorus and supports the production of several proteins involved in calcium absorption and storage. Vitamin D works with calcium to promote hard, strong bones. And in today's world, we are so lacking of vitamin D. So this is really the product that we were talking about again, and just a summary of it. Sometimes this is really important that people know there's no sweeteners, colorants, or preservatives in it. And so just a great, great product for our babies to have that healthy immune system and to have that healthy flora in our gastrointestinal tract. So moving on now, the DNA Miracles. Absorption and efficacy of nutritional supplements are two important features to examine when selecting a nutritional supplement. So what I'm taking, can it really get to the cell where it needs to be, is what we're really going to talk about now. Isotonic DNA Miracles contains both. It has the ability to be absorbed, and it has the efficacy of the nutritional supplements. So what's in them is what's needed, and we can get it delivered at cellular level. This supplement is in the form of an isotonic fluid, which ensures that the nutrients are efficiently absorbed. It is usually taken on an empty stomach, and when the isotonic fluid enters the body, it is delivered to the small intestine, nutritionally concentrated. So what's the difference? I want you to think of taking a pill, and it has to land in the stomach gases, which are really, really strong. And because those gases are strong, think of how much of that nutritional value is really killed. Versus this is an isotonic. It doesn't stay in the stomach. It like you take it on an empty stomach and it's released. The supplement is quickly then absorbed into the bloodstream. This process takes about 5 minutes, where a standard vitamin tablet can take up to 4 hours. And I always say it doesn't matter what you take. What matters is what gets absorbed at cellular level. So think, when we use our isotonics, the supplement is quickly absorbed into the bloodstream. The process takes about 5 minutes compared to 4 hours. A huge difference. So this is a great picture, guys. This is a wake-up call. So this is like what your baby's intestines look like when they were born. Totally clean. There's nothing on them, because remember, those villi, those small finger-like structures, are where nutrients are absorbed and taken up into the cells. Now, I want you to think, what's one of the first things that all parents begin to feed their children? It's always grains, whether it's Cheerios or whatever it is. It's something for them to chew on that many times is gluten or grains. And gluten, the root word of gluten is glue, or it's paste, meaning flour and water makes paste. That is exactly what's on this villi. This is a real picture, guys. And so as we age and we continue to eat all the gluten, it continues to build up. And you can see how heavy, you can see how bad those intestines look. Now you begin to understand why we need to continue to take digestive enzymes to keep that clean, and why we need to clean up our diets, because that is fecal matter that is on there that is not healthy to get in our circulatory system. So once you can visualize what happens when we eat bad food, I believe that has a huge impact on what are we feeding either ourselves or our children. And remember, the root word of gluten is glue. Flour and water makes paste. And so we used to mix that all the time to use as paste. But look at what it does to our bodies. So beginning to think, am I feeding my child cereals? Is my child living on breads, on pizzas, on pasta, on all of those grain, all of those things that are made from grains? That is then what we're setting in what we're setting really, for this child to continue, and on down the road, that's what our children's villi will look like. So a great, great picture, a lot of meaning in it. This is the digestive, or this is the isotonic that we talked about. We talked about when we take our isotonic, it's available for absorption in about 5 minutes, compared to when you take a pill, that's ready for absorption anywhere from 40 minutes to 4 hours. So think of, again, how the nutritional value has been broken down when you take a pill. So now we are on to the house. So we really got digestion and elimination working through our DNA digestive enzymes, our aloe, and our prebiotics and our pre and probiotics. And we'll have another one that I'll share with you in a minute. But now we're ready to really clean the circulatory system. And this is our DNA Miracles Isotonic OPC3. And this is what we're talking about as an isotonic. So when you look at the inside of the overcap, you see a little white cap. That is 1 serving. And for each serving, you mix 2 ounces of water. When you do that, it becomes an isotonic, meaning it's the same as your blood, sweat, and tears. What does that mean? It means it's already pre-digested. The stomach doesn't need to do anything with it. It can be released and out in the small intestine like almost instantly, okay? So what is OPC? It's a strong antioxidant. It's for children who need neurological, metabolic, or digestive support. I love this formulation. So it provides the children, again, an antioxidant, which is especially beneficial for children, again, who need that. It serves as a powerful free radical scavenger, combating oxidative stress in the body. And so what is that? I want you to think of a molecule that has lost an electron, that molecule is no longer in balance. That molecule now is creating inflammation. And you know that at the root of all disease is inflammation. OPC has the ability to neutralize that free radical, to neutralize that molecule that's out of balance. Due to the excessive quantities of toxins ingested by our children, the liver often cannot work fast enough to rid the body of all its toxins. And we are seeing this more and more because of our children being exposed to so many chemicals, so many pesticides, so many preservatives, so many food colorings, and the list goes on and on. All of those things that were not intended for us to digest are now being stored in our livers. Supplementation with OPC3 assists in providing an antioxidant defense, maintaining the brain health and supporting the production of neurotransmitters also. OPC has the ability to cross the blood-brain barrier, and that's actually pycnogenol in it that does that. OPCs have been researched and used for over 30 years throughout Europe. Its extensive safety studies were conducted, which revealed no evidence for human toxicity or allergic reactions. This product contains pure OPCs in combination with carefully balanced quantities of potassium and fructose glucose. That is what puts it in the isotonic delivery. This children's OPC3 is free of harmful chemicals, preservatives, and alcohol. So what is in our DNA OPC3? Pycnogenol that I talked about, that is what crosses the blood-brain barrier. And below here, I have an example of the forest, because pycnogenol is the pine bark that is grown in France. So you can see the forest, and this is really where the harvesting is done. It also has grapeseed extract, red wine extract. Remember, there's no alcohol in it. Bilberry extract, citrus extract, bioflavonoid, vitamin C, E, D3, biotin, calcium, magnesium, and potassium. So if you're used to our adult OPC3, you can see that this is entirely a different formulation. And that is because these kids, as sensitive as they are externally, they are internally. So if you're used to our adult OPC3, you know that it pours out like little grains of sand. But the DNA Miracles isotonic sort of is so fine that it's like powder. It kind of goes poof because it is micropulverized. And all of that has to do with it crossing the cell membrane to get delivered at cellular level. And that is what I love about this whole line. It's formulated like to the best. Can everybody take it? Absolutely. It is the best formulation that you could ever ask for. So the benefits of DNA Miracles OPC3, again, it's an antioxidant. It's a free radical scavenger. It helps maintain brain health, production of neurotransmitters, whether they're in the gut or in the brain, helps maintain healthy circulation by strengthening our capillaries, our arteries and veins, supports a healthy blood vessel dilation, and supports healthy nitric oxide levels. And so this OPC is like putting a filter on your blood. So I want you to think, if we back up, these kids have a really bad digestive system. And I want you to think it doesn't need to be kids. You could be an adult that's listening and thinking, oh my gosh, I have a bad digestive system. When you have a bad digestive system, some of that bacteria gets out into the blood, and that blood circulates through the entire body. And so OPC is literally like putting a filter on that blood to clean it out. A huge help to the body. We also have OPC chews. These things are crazy, guys. The one thing I will tell you, I will warn you, is do not leave the bag out for your children. They will eat the whole thing. Why? Because they are delicious. So you may have a child that doesn't want to drink the OPC, and that's why we have more than one way of getting it in the body. These are OPC chews. They're highly effective. There are OPC3, includes the clinically studied plant extract pycnogenol, but it's in a delicious fruit flavored chew. And I mean, it's great. They are designed to deliver that strong antioxidant defense for your little ones fast and effectively. Again, it's an antioxidant, a free radical scavenger, it's for brain health, and it's for the production of neurotransmitters. This is just the label on it. Again, you can see that it really is almost the same label as the adult Isotonix OPC3, but at least sometimes these kids are very, very picky. You can at least get something in them. This is the DNA Miracles Isotonic Plus. The Plus is developed for extra neurological support. So remember, the Plus is for somebody that needs extra neurological support. Our regular isotonic multivitamin is a great multivitamin for children. So we'll talk about both of these. Provides vitamins and minerals that are needed for optimal health. The body does not store all essential vitamins and minerals. Therefore, some need to be supplied on a regular basis through the use of a multivitamin. So children often have very peculiar taste in food, and are unlikely to eat a wide variety of items. Many children do not obtain the necessary amounts of vitamins and minerals due to high consumption of processed foods, poor nutrient absorption, and exposure to environmental toxins. It is crucial that children in need of digestive, metabolic, or neurological support consume a specially formulated multivitamin. This provides children with the vitamins and the minerals they need for their optimal health. So this is really an example, the ingredients that are in the DNA Multivitamin Plus. Now, one of the things you're going to learn is there is no copper in here. Why? Because these kids do not have a correct copper zinc ratio, and they need a lot more zinc. And so it is formulated specifically for those kids, or for any of us, for neurological support. So you can see it has the beta carotene, vitamin B1, niacin, the P5P, which is again vitamin 6, B6, it has B12. Those are in the methylated form, which means it's ready to go to work in these little kids. Has vitamin C, that is critical for these kids. They're very lacking in vitamin C. Vitamin E, manganese, zinc. All the forms of the B vitamins are activated. There's no artificial flavors and no artificial sweeteners. And so a great, great multivitamin for those kids. B6 is critical for the normal development of language, attention, and alertness. B12 and vitamin A deficiency is commonly found in children with neurological, metabolic, and digestive needs. Children who need neurological or digestive support often have, again, an abnormal zinc to copper ratio. Because zinc helps facilitate the excretion of excess copper, it is important to make sure a multivitamin has an adequate amount of zinc. It helps to promote the normal levels of vitamin and minerals in those individuals, maintains the normal production of neurotransmitters, supports a healthy nervous system, a healthy brain, and promotes a healthy development of sensory and communication skills. And so this is an example, again, of all the features and benefits that we really just talked about. So remember, this is the Multivitamin Plus, which again is formulated specifically for children or can be adults with any neurological issues. Now we're going to go to the regular multivitamin, and this is for kids that does not have neurological issues. This is an incredible multivitamin. You're going to learn why. With this formula, your children can enjoy the benefits of fruits and vegetables daily. Need I say any more? Without them or even knowing or complaining about them. So what makes this product unique? Children eat away from home at school, friends' houses, and fast food restaurants all the time anymore. It's difficult to be sure kids are maintaining the healthy, well-balanced diets and receiving the proper amounts of vitamins and minerals. I want you to think how fast-paced our lives are today. And we do not take time to make meals like we used to or anything. DNA Miracles multivitamin contains 12 vitamins and 10 essential minerals, along with phytonutrients from a proprietary blend of fruits and vegetables. The DNA Miracles multivitamin also contains a special blend of probiotics, which is again the good bacteria essential for proper digestion. Iron has been eliminated from the DNA Miracles multivitamin due to its potential toxicity, especially for children under 6. So, what are phytonutrients? Phytonutrients are plant extracts that have been found to play an important role in helping the body to help itself. It contains a proprietary blend which includes extract from apples, from broccoli, carrots, cranberry, grapes, kiwi fruit, lemons, limes, oranges, peaches, pineapples, raspberries, spinach, strawberries, and tomatoes. Wow, that's a reason that the children should take this multivitamin. It reduces oxidation, counteracts environmental pollutants, and supports a healthy heart. Research has also shown that phytonutrients to naturally help boost, of course, our immune system. So the extracts that are in here are amazing. All those phytonutrients that many times kids are not going to eat, they can get through this multivitamin. So this is again an example of all the ingredients are in here. Now, if you notice, this one has copper in it. That is why you would not give a child that is on the spectrum the regular multivitamin. You need to give them the multi plus. And so you can see again the difference in the amounts that we have in our vitamin A, which is a huge difference. But remember, it's in an isotonic form. The kids literally get them. So, what is it in the DNA Miracles multivitamin? The fructose and glucose are used in the DNA Miracles multivitamin, which are both naturally occurring sugars. The sugars are also blended with the delicious natural mandarin orange flavor. The DNA Miracles multivitamin does not contain any artificial sweeteners, such as saccharin or aspartame. Like all other isotonic products, there's also no artificial preservatives or colors. So this is just an example of again, and this is features and benefits that we've already talked about. To think of that multivitamin is sort of a catch-all that provides that body with anything that it may be lacking. So now we have a chewable multivitamin. So you can see we have several different ways of getting the multivitamin in there. Children can sometimes be really picky when it comes to eating healthy, which can result in an inadequate, again, intake of the essential nutrients in their diet. So the DNA chewable multivitamin, you can rest assured knowing that you're providing your children with essential vitamins and minerals for their healthy growth. Usually with children's vitamins, there's a trade-off, a satisfactory amount of vitamins with an unpleasant taste or a tasty flavor with less nutritional value and plenty of excess sugar. Some children's multivitamin products on the market today include a mere 4 or 5 vitamins. Our DNA Miracles Chewable Multivitamin provides your child with 15 key ingredients, key vitamins and minerals in a tasty mixed berry tablet. So what is in there? Has vitamin D for the bones, C and E, plus zinc to support, again, that immune system. Many children's multivitamins include a lot of sugars and unnecessary binders and fillers. Our multivitamin gives your children more than what they need and less of what they don't. Each tasty chewable has only 1 gram of sugar, half the amount of leading children's multivitamins on the market today, and contains, again, no artificial colors or flavors. So the key ingredients in here is vitamin A, which of course is for normal growth and repair. Vitamin C, again, normal tissue repair and healing. Vitamin D is really for everything, guys, but it promotes the normal regulation of serum calcium. Vitamin E, again, promotes structural and functional maintenance of our skeletal, cardiac, and smooth muscle. So those are the key ingredients in there. We have B1, B2, niacin, B6. All of those are B vitamins that are critical. Each has their own little thing that they do, whether it's ability to process carbohydrates, the amino acids and fats. Niacin works with B1 and 2 to support the release of energy. B6 supports numerous metabolic pathways in the body, of course, which is important for the synthesis of neurotransmitters in the brain, the peripheral nerve cells, and promotes the normal production of glutathione. And we talked about that before, which is essential for detoxification. Other ingredients, again, is folate and some more B vitamins, B12, biotin, B5, zinc is in here, selenium is in here, and chromium is in here. So again, when you look at all the different lines, here's what I want you to think. Our DNA Miracles Chewable Multivitamin is only 1 tablet, and it has 5,000 IUs of vitamin A, more than any of the others, has 2 milligrams of B6, 6 micrograms of B12, and 400 units of vitamin D3. Again, in 1 tablet, not 2. This is just an example of it again, and we already talked about that. So now on to one that I love, and that's our essential omega-3s, which is for brain health and our immune function. Remember, omegas are essential fatty acids. Our body doesn't make them, so we must take them. So it is essential for the human health, like we just talked about. Omega-3 fatty acids are considered essential. They're vital for life and are not able to be produced by the body. While most other nutrients, vitamins and minerals, for example, can be synthesized by the body, certain omega-3s, including EPA and DHA, cannot. They are especially important in childhood when the brain, which is made up approximately of 60% fat in our immune system, are developing. As the human body cannot naturally synthesize these fatty acids, it must come from our diet. Many children appear to be deficient in omega-3s and are not receiving adequate omega-3 fatty acids from their food sources. According to the American Dietetic Association and the Dietitians of Canada, 9 out of 10 children are deficient in the essential fatty acids, EPA and DHA. And an easy one to remember is without DHA, you are like, duh, okay? And you need the EPA too. But 9 out of 10 of our children are deficient in these fatty acids from omega-3s. The production can be taken both by children and adults. This tasty emulsion serves as a great alternate for adults who have trouble swallowing our omega-3 pills. The product can be easily mixed with juice or other foods, but it tastes great on its own. Research has shown that the emulsions of oil increase the absorption of certain fatty acids, especially your EPA and DHA. So key ingredients again, of course, is the omega-3 fatty acids. And so this is a little bit about our omega-3s. Our fish oil source is from the purest wild sardine and anchovy. It's fished in cold, pristine waters off South America coast, and there's significantly fewer environmental impurities there. That is why it's from a certain depth. The fish have to be a certain size. We are very, very conscious of all of that. We also use molecular distillation, That is a process that removes any unwanted contaminants, including heavy metals, which is mercury, PCBs from the fish oil. So we have no fear of mercury poisoning. So I always say it's worse to take a cheap omega-3 than none at all. Why? Because you certainly don't want mercury in your brain. So that is why I love our omegas, because of the purity of it. So what makes this product unique? It supports brain health, helps to promote a healthy immune response, provides a healthy blend of two essential fatty acids, again, the EPA and DHA. Research has shown that the emulsions of the oil increase the absorption of certain fatty acids, especially the EPA and DHA. There's no fishy taste. It's a great fruit flavor, and it is a great emulsion. This is an example of the label of it. This is what the bottle looks like. And so you can see the EPA, the DHA. It also has omega-9s and omega-6s in there. This is really formulated for the child's brain. And this is what it looks like in the big bottle again. Now we're going to go on to another amazing product that's in our DNA line, and that's called Immune. I love this product. We have it in the children's and we have it in the adults. So keeping your child's body healthy can be considered, of course, a full-time job, as we all know. But the Immune, often despite your best efforts, the daily demands of a busy lifestyle creates a situation in which extra support for your child's immune system becomes necessary. With a specific combination of immune boosting ingredients, including the clinically studied Wellmune and the unique delivery system offered by our Isotonic, DNA Miracles Isotonic, that is an amazing product. Immune will not only provide maximum absorption, it will also prime the natural immune response. So using the Isotonic Immune on a daily basis makes it that much easier for children to stay active, strong, and healthy throughout the year. A healthy immune system helps form your child's foundation of health and wellness. The DNA Miracles Isotonic Immune is designed to support that child's innate immune cells, promoting engagement of the natural immune response and helping your child stay vital and energetic. So what is this Wellmune? I love this ingredient. And I advise you all look it up. I'm going to sort of summarize what it does. So Wellmune is sort of like the children's, like some of those cartoons that you watch, where it literally looks like it slimes whatever should not be in the body and like gets rid of it. It is just the coolest ingredient ever. It is a natural yeast beta glucan. It's derived from a proprietary strain of yeast. Wellmune works to support immune cells, which are part, of course, of our body's natural defense. When Wellmune is ingested, immune cells in the gastrointestinal tract take it up and transport it to the immune organs throughout the body. While there, immune cells called macrophages digest the immune into smaller fragments and slowly release them over a number of days. As they are released, the fragments bind to specific receptors, our CR3 ones, on neutrophils, which are the most abundant immune cells in the body. So Wellmune, you can see it's like totally there for our immune system. Wellmune supports the activity of these neutrophils and primes them for their normal activity in the body, including promoting immune health. It also supports the activity of the phagocyte cells, which engulf and destroy the foreign bodies, thus promoting immune health. So kind of like I said, it's kind of like they slime them and then they destroy them. Clinical studies have shown that Wellmune promotes a healthy immune system. The molecular structure of Wellmune, WGP, with its beta 1 to 3, 1 to 6 branch points, is responsible for its unique biological activity. And so this product We have in the adults and we have it in children's because, again, it's all about our immune system. Has vitamin C in it, of course, known as ascorbic acid, which is mostly found in fresh fruits and vegetables. Foods that are rich in vitamin C include, of course, our peppers and citrus fruits, Brussels sprouts, cauliflower, cabbage, kale, collards, mustard greens, broccoli, spinach, strawberries. All of that is great food, guys. It is important to note that when you're cooking, heat destroys your vitamin C. Ascorbic acid is best known for its antioxidant properties, and the body does not manufacture vitamin C on its own, nor does it store it. Therefore, vitamin C must be acquired through your diet and supplementation. Has zinc in it, which is largely found in fortified cereals, red meats, eggs, poultry, certain seafood, including oysters. Zinc is an essential trace mineral that supports approximately 300 different enzyme reactions. Thus, zinc plays a part in almost all biological, biochemical pathways and physiological processes. More than 90% of the body's zinc is stored in our bones and muscles, but zinc is also found in virtually all body tissues. It has been claimed that zinc supports our immune system. Because zinc is involved in such a great number of enzymatic processes, it's been found to support a large rate of functions, including our energy production and cognitive function. Also has bromelain in it, and we already talked about bromelain. Bromelain is an enzyme that is found in the stem of a pineapple. As a mixture of proteases, bromelain has been used by Europeans for many years to support normal inflammatory responses. It works to help support the body's inflammation response, healing. One study provided support of bromelain for promoting overall general well-being, along with support of comfort and physical function. Supports the role in promoting healthy cells. In some instances, bromelain works to support the body's normal digestion of proteins, but when taken on an empty stomach, it is not used as a digestive enzyme, but supports systemic functions throughout the body. So this is our DNA Miracles Immune, and its key ingredient is patented ingredient called Wellmune. And so I just want you to think Wellmune is really what engulfs and then destroys all this foreign matter. So it's an antioxidant also, a great product for especially children in the winter time. We also have another fun product, and this is another chew. This is vitamin C, and you just heard the importance that our body doesn't make vitamin C, nor do we store it. Plus, it has D3, and D3 is like critical for all of us to have our D3, to have our vitamin D levels up. And so this is a great, it's a chew that tastes more like more orangey, where your OPCs are more grape. But as you can see, it's for your immune, for health and growth, healthy teeth and gums, antioxidant, all of that. That's a great product for kids. And you can see again the label there. Vitamin C, vitamin D3, and zinc again. Zinc is in there, completely healing, and all of the other things that zinc does. So this is a new product. This is a great product. Again, it has prebiotics plus the probiotics, and it's like it's a blend with fiber in it even. This is just a great product for children. The DNA Miracles Flora Melts are a delicious dietary supplement for children. It delivers prebiotics and probiotics for the digestive and immune health. They provide a unique group of prebiotic functional starches paired with lactospore and a probiotic for optimal digestion and intestinal microflora health in children and adults. Each serving of Flora Melt features lactospore, a spore that provides strong immune and intestinal defense while surviving stomach acid and the harsh gastrointestinal environment. In addition, DNA Miracles Flora Melt contains 1 gram of soluble fiber and 3 different sources of prebiotics, a blend of Jerusalem artichoke, apple fiber, and chicory root fiber to promote optimal health. By offering these 3 powerful yet different prebiotic fibers, DNA Miracles Flora Melts supports a healthy metabolism. This is a great, great product for your prebiotics and probiotics, guys. So you can see these are the ingredients that we talked about. Your lactospore, again, is live bacteria. Your Jerusalem artichoke promotes healthy functioning of your digestive process, healthy metabolism. Apple fiber is together, apple polyphenols and fiber, again, helps regulate gut microbiota composition and the activity. Apples contain pectin, the main soluble fiber in apples, and helps promote good bacteria by increasing the butyrate levels. Butyrate is a short-chain fatty acid produced by probiotics when fiber is consumed that has shown to benefit the gut. Pectin is also fermentable fiber, which is really important. Your chicory root fiber, studies have shown chicory root fiber as a prebiotic may be beneficial to health again, including healthy bacteria balance in the gut, digestive health, regular calcium absorption, and more. Here's what I can tell you. We are so lacking in fiber. I believe that we can really help the system out a lot by just getting more fiber in both our children and us as adults. So regular supplementation with pre and probiotics can support optimal gut, the metabolic and immune and overall health. Create a digestive health routine for you and your children and make it fun with the DNA Miracles. Enjoy the Flora Melts as they magically dissolve on the tongue, or simply mix our melt stick with food or any beverage. And so they're so easy to get into the children. Put it in any of the food, anything. It dissolves, and of course, they can eat it right along. And so you don't have the kids that may be on the spectrum. You may be able to totally change them by getting them the prebiotics, the probiotics at a very young age. So this again is what they look like. And again, it's Flora Melts. It's all about pre and probiotics with fiber. So you can see it provides 1.5 billion colony forming units from lactospore. There's no added sugar. It's delicious natural fruit flavor, all of that good stuff. So vitamin and mineral supplements are vital nutrients for our bodily functions and prevention of disease. There is an archaic argument of, I can get everything I need from food. Really? And so this is where education really comes in, because we have been told one thing, but really when we study it, we find it's something different. Like in a large 26,000 study person, it was concluded that not one person, not one in 26,000 people received the nutritional requirements set forth by the RDA. And if you know the RDA, their requirements are very, very, very low. So when we wonder, why is it important to supplement? Well, it's important if we want to be healthy and maintain everything that that body needs. I'm just going to read one letter, and this is actually a little boy that we've helped out greatly. This is a letter that was written by his grandmother, Jan. Our schools were closed for 3 days, cold and snow. Then Martin Luther King Day, so total 6 days in a row last week. By Monday, Ren told Dawn, his mother, I want to go to school now. We've all noticed longer attention span, more focused, sleeps better at night, and better comprehension. And that is all from the DNA line that Ren takes, still to this day. Here's another one from a 14-year-old, and this is written by his mother, Patty. Since Avery started on this new DNA Miracles line, we have seen more improvement. His ability to spell has improved. He actually enjoys writing on his own without being asked to, and homework time is no longer a fight. He comes home and gets it done right away. And I can tell you from living in a home where we had a son that was on the spectrum, that can become a very stressful time as you try to get the homework done at night. So when you can help that, the home life is improved. So not all children's vitamins are the same. I want you to think of this. Models of health. Do you really want your kids to grow up looking like these people? Give your child the nourishment they need and deserve with DNA miracles. And so knowing that no, not all children's vitamins are the same at all. Spend the money, get the good nutrients in them. Don't worry about fillers and binders and all of that in there. So our products are all science-based. The DNA Miracle line of products was created in conjunction with a panel of prominent doctors who specialize in treating children. The basis of the formulation of the DNA Miracles line of products was based on the Better Worse study with data collected from more than 26,000 parents. The advanced isotonic delivery system offers nutritional supplementation that's designed for children that is easy to taste and tolerate. Enhancing compliance is critical for the efficacy of children's supplementation and will make the parents' lives so much easier. So why do children need to supplement? You might be wondering, why do my kids need to supplement? Because children's bodies can't even digest properly. They don't eliminate properly. They need extra vitamin C. Their bodies don't produce glutathione, which is the body's strongest antioxidant. And the B vitamins our children need to be in the correct form. They need to be methylated, which means they are active. When the child takes it, the body doesn't need to do anything with it. The B vitamins are in the activated form and they are in an isotonic delivery. And children need to have the correct zinc to copper ratio. That is why these children need to supplement in order to bring their bodies back into balance, to give their bodies what they need to be healthy and to have a strong immune system. So the DNA Miracles lines provides all of that, guys. It provides the children with a strong micronutrient foundation to support digestion, the brain, sensory development, skeletal growth, and detoxification. So we also have some fantastic all natural bath lotions and bath products for your little miracles. So it's really about getting rid of the bad chemicals also that are in some of the products that you may be purchasing at the grocery store or wherever. So I love this line. We use a lot of it ourselves. The natural smoothing ointment, oh my gosh, that is in all our bathrooms, has coconut oil in it. It is a great, great ointment. The diaper cream, it's not sticky. We just have huge comments on how much better that is than the normal diaper cream. Natural hydrating baby lotion we have the natural foaming wash and shampoo, and all of this, guys, remember, we use natural ingredients to protect the sensitive baby's skin. So I love this whole line because it's natural. The last thing we want to be doing is putting chemicals on our baby's skin. This is a bath time box that we have. This is just great as a gift. It includes extra gentle care in each box where it has the foaming wash, the shampoo, the lotion that we talked about, the diaper cream, all of that. So you can even get that in a gift box. This is a new product that we have, and it is great. It is the DNA Miracles 3-in-1 shampoo. It's a body wash plus bubble bath. So it makes bath time for your little miracle the best time. Again, it's 3-in-1. It has shampoo. It's the baby wash and bubble bath. It's, again, extra gentle ingredients. It's formulated safely, which cleanses the hair. Long-lasting bubbles, which, of course, the little kids need. And again, one of the things that is so important, it's formulated without DEA, parabens, dyes, and synthetic fragrances. It's for you to use as a family, age 1+ on up, without any worries. So again, we want safe products for all of us. This again is a couple more, and this is the DNA Miracles Natural Kids Conditioner and the Natural Kids Detangler for their hair. And again, the big thing is it's free of silicons, parabens, dyes, and synthetic fragrances. And so this whole line is for to take care of your little ones and not be putting chemicals on them. And speaking of that, we also have lots of home solutions. So these are all enzyme based, and they're for cleaning all the way from the nursery to your fruit to cleaning their clothes, all of that. So you can get a bundle of that, and it would contain all of those. You get the bottles with it. Just a great, great way to go. Be safe, no chemicals that you're putting on anything. And of course, we have DNA Miracles free and clear laundry packs. I love this. We've used this for 18 years. This special formula is free of fragrance, all artificial dyes, and again, it's a gentle formulation for your little Miracles clothing, so it's not leaving chemicals on your clothing. So with this, guys, I want you to think. Big changes, just start with small steps. Think of that. Big changes as you raise your children, and you raise them eating great food, drinking water, eating low glycemic index, lots of fruits and vegetables, and then, of course, supplementation to make sure that you filled in all the gaps. So you start with really small steps, which ends up with big, huge changes. So with that, guys, I want to thank all of you for hanging with me, going through all of that. And I know that was like a ton of information. And so we'll wrap it up here, and then I will be on the line to answer any and all of your questions. I will be the last one to leave tonight. So thank you. And remember, our little ones are so special. They deserve the best food, in my opinion, only organic. Remember, I was really sick. Only organic, very clean and pure water, and just the best supplementation in our isotonic form that's formulated specifically for our small ones, for our little ones. Thank you again.
Thank you so much, Jacque. Yes, that was such good information. I was taking a lot of notes, and I know a lot of people have been asking, are we recording this? And yes, we did record it. So, if you want to share it with people afterwards, we will get that recording posted. So I'm just going to switch off the recording, and then I'll read off the questions for you, Jacque, okay?